Hi, I'm Rich with InsideHPC. We're here at SC16 in Salt Lake City, and this afternoon we are here at the Huawei booth with Francis Lam. Francis, welcome to Salt Lake.
Thank you.
Well, hey, thanks for having us here. Let us start from the beginning. Who is Huawei and who do you help?
Yeah, Huawei is a global leader in information and communication technology solutions provider. And we are a global company. We have over 170,000 employees and operate over 140 countries. So we have established sales support and engineering organizations worldwide. Among many of our solutions, high performance computing is one of our leading compute solutions that we offer to the market today.
Well, can you kind of walk us through and show us what you're showcasing this week at SC16?
Here in SC16, we are demonstrating a broad range of high-performance computing solutions. This is a good example. It is our FusionServer E9000 blade system. The uniqueness about this blade system is that it has a fairly innovative form factor and allows us to build compute modules of different shape and size, including very capable modules that we can add a lot of content in there to solve difficult HPC problems of different kinds. So different HPC workload has different workload characteristics. So we are able to offer an optimum configuration for a wide variety of them in a very dense, tightly integrated system. So it makes it a lot easier to scale from small to very large scale.
And these components, they plug in like that? They just slide?
Plug in, all the components are easily accessible and pluggable from the front or from the back of the systems.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, very good. Okay, what else are you showcasing this week here?
Yeah.
Oh, this one.
Now, this is another example. It's a very interesting box. It is our FusionServer 8100 V3 high-performance server. Now, this is a single box, 8 rack unit tall. It has up to 8 Intel Xeon E7 processor with up to 12 terabyte of memory capacity. We've started seeing a lot of our HPC customers. They have a new way to solve their technical and scientific problem by taking advantage of such a huge memory space and throw their entire data set on it and be able to finish their analysis in a much shorter period of time. So, a brand new way of solving HPC problem.
So this has 12 terabytes of memory just in this unit here?
Just in that box, yes.
So great solution for big data kind of problems in HPC.
Yeah. Correct.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, can we see what else you got today?
All right.
All right, Francis, looks like we got an NVMe solution here.
Correct. Now this is a brand new box that we've just announced yesterday in this conference. Our FusionServer X6000 V3 high-performance computing systems. The uniqueness about this is that now it is a 2U box. It actually has 4 individual compute nodes in there, right? So fairly high density. But the uniqueness about this is it supports all NVMe flash. So it has up to 24 NVMe flash devices per box, right? Another uniqueness is that while there are many vendors who offer high-density box like this, even though they may not have the NVMe SSD support, but the uniqueness is that we have superior cooling capability so that we can support a full range of Intel CPU up to the highest power TDP configurations. So in a tight and dense form factor, you can deploy 4 super high performance nodes with the latest, highest performance, lowest latency NVMe SSD devices.
And as far as processors go, could this be Xeon or Xeon Phi?
This is Xeon E5. In the future, we would also offer a configurations based on our direct liquid cooling technology. So you can really fully load in a tall rack with ton of these devices. Yeah.
So 4 nodes in 2U with all NVMe as a baseline. Boy, that's pretty impressive.
Impressive, yes. Unique in its space.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Francis, what are we looking at here with this rack?
This is our brand new direct liquid cooling solutions for high performance computing. Now early on, you have seen our E9000 blade system. While that can fit into all data center, typical front to back air cooling, we offer a configurations that can take advantage of the latest state-of-the-art direct liquid cooling, where we bring the coolant directly onto the cold plate and the heat sink that cover the major heat dissipation elements within the server. So up to 85% of the heat dissipation from the compute node can be handled through this liquid cooling technology. And in a standard 42U rack, and this is a specialized Huawei liquid cooling cabinet with this manifold from the front. So all the water distributions are handled from the front, and all the electrical and the networking and power cables are handling from the back. With these systems, it supports a super high density based on a standard 19-inch wide form factor, at the same time taking advantage of the latest, most effective liquid cooling technologies. These solutions support chill water up to warm water up to 45 degrees Celsius input. So in some environment when you can use warm water throughout the season, you can potentially eliminate the chiller in your data center completely and substantially reduce the energy cost to drive your HPC solutions when you scale to hundreds, thousands, even tens of thousands of nodes. Right? This is the only way to enable you to get to that kind of density and energy efficiency.
And how many kilowatts can you cool with this rack?
For this particular configurations, up to 45 kilowatt.
Francis, you've pulled out this module here. What are we looking at?
No, there is some unique design characteristic about our liquid cooling technology. So here you can see the cold plate that covering the heat element, which are mainly the CPU, all the memory DIMMs, and the voltage regulator modules that represent about 80-85% of the heat dissipation of the systems on a very nicely designed metallic component, right? And the uniqueness is that all these tubing, right, are a single tube with no joint.
Okay, continuous.
Continuous within that systems. The only joints are on the front input connector. So it dramatically reduces the probability of leaking. Another unique advantage of our solution is that this is totally factory integrated, right, with no field installations required. And this cold plates that cover the memory DIMMs can be easily removed, and so that you can service the DIMM modules very easily, right? So the entire systems are highly integrated, highly reliable, highly serviceable, and I think that is one of the biggest unique points about this particular system.
So Francis, what are we looking at here with this rack?
This is our high-end Kunlun mission-critical server. It has a broad range of applications across enterprises of different type of industry verticals. In high-performance computing, what it really brings to the table is extensive memory footprint and memory capacity. So in a single system, it's a one server running one OS instances, up to 32 Intel Xeon E7 processors, and give you up to 24 terabyte and potentially beyond, so that when you have a very large problem and you want to have your entire data running on multiple tens of terabyte of memory, having your system and your code to access to all those memory as a single OS domain, and this is the platform that enables them to do. So in high-performance computing, there are many different types of workload based on their workload characteristics, the scale that they want, the type of workload acceleration that they desire. Huawei offers a wide range of solutions that's optimized for individual use cases.
And with this big memory, things like genomics maybe, and things like that they can fit it all in the memory, just be the box?
There are many different kind of possibilities.
Yeah.
The ones you name are some examples.
Yes.
Some of the more generic big data analysis, deep learning. We have customers that try to use a large memory machines to handle deep learning analysis, and those could be a possible solutions for them as well.
All right, Francis, what's going on with this rack?
Yeah, now what we have discussed so far are mainly our compute part of our HPC solutions, but we also offer a broad range of storage technology as well, from traditional SAN, NAS, unified block and file solutions, big data, cloud-oriented storage technology, very large-scale object store. So we have a full range of storage product, and on display here is one of the example. It's one of our Ocean Store 9000 big data scale-out storage systems. So that is essentially a scale-out NAS architecture. It can scale up to 288 nodes. A single file system can be as large as 100 petabyte.
100 petabyte.
100 petabyte, over up to 400 gigabyte per second of throughput. So it's a super scalable, very high capacity, very high performance storage technology for our HPC customers. It's just one of the many solutions, but it's obviously one of our best design.
Yeah. Now, is that parallel file system, is that based on Lustre or something open source, or is it from Huawei?
This is a proprietary Huawei distributed file system technology, but it offers standard NFS type of service. It also offers the connectivity to a MapReduce Hadoop service. So whether you are running your traditional HPC workload that require an NFS backend, or you're running, adding to your portfolio MapReduce workload, you can use a single storage architecture to serve both needs.
Yeah. Well, that's exciting. So, just to wrap things up here, Francis, you really have shown, from soup to nuts, how Huawei can deliver HPC solutions based on the workload first, right? And tailor these engineering things that we've seen to what the customer is really trying to solve.
Correct.
I mean, that seems like a nice recipe for success in this market.
I think you're right. We believe that too. Yeah.
Well, hey, thanks for showing that to us today, and good luck here at SC16.
Thank you for stopping by. Thank you.